What is up everybody, it's Sean here and I am back today to give you guys a review of the Action Bronson New Balance Absorb 1890 in the Cyborg Tears colorway. Have you ever gone through your sneaker collection, decide to rock an older grail, and then as luck would have it, the moment you decide to step outside in them, the midsole just completely crumbles? Well, the answer to that is a product called Capsule. Today's video is sponsored by Capsule, and they're a new product on the market, which is a sneaker preservation system. They tackle the two main reasons why your shoes fade, age, and crumble over time, which is hydrolysis and oxidization. So it's a very simple process and it looks just like this. So this is an example of the pod that you store your shoes inside. It's completely airtight, UV protected as well. And when you're not wearing your shoes, this is how you keep your shoes stored in. You put it in this pod and then you put that in the shoe box. But the secret sauce comes in the form of a cartridge which you inject into this pod, which not only pushes out any bad air containing oxygen or dirt, but it pushes in a specially formulated gas which acts as a preservative, representing the ideal state to keep your shoes in when you're not wearing them. So I'll link their social media, their website, all that good stuff down below. So on their website, they show off the testing, the research that was done behind this product, comparing a normal shoe kept in a normal shoe box versus one kept in a capsule system, and the results honestly speak for themselves. So check them out, do your own research. I know I was a doubter about this product at first too, so make sure you're comfortable with this product and don't just listen to me. But if you do decide to check them out, let me know what you think about it down below and be sure to tell them that you heard about them through this channel. So this right here is New Balance's introduction to their newest silhouette, the Absorb 1890. And as usual, it's rolled out first as a collaboration, this time with Action Bronson. So this is the first of two colorways that he dropped, this one called the Cyborg Tears colorway, and they also dropped a Hornet Tusk colorway as well, but this one came first. So these first dropped on his website back in January, and then it was followed up with a wider worldwide release in February. They retailed for $200 US or $260 here in Canada, and the style code for this shoe is U18908BN. So first off, here's a quick look at the box. So this comes in a cardboard box which has a black colored lid with baklava branding on the top. And then the bottom half of the box is left in more of a natural brown, but we also have baklava and New Balance co-branding on this end too. As far as the silhouette goes, so again, this is a brand new model from New Balance. However, it is sort of like a mashup of two existing models from their archives. So the upper is inspired by the New Balance 890 V3, which is an actual performance running shoe that dropped sometime around 2013. So it takes that upper and it merges it with the bottom tooling of the New Balance 2002, not to be confused with the 2002R, which is actually a reintroduction of the original 2002 featuring the New Balance 860 V2 midsole. That original 2002, that silhouette never really had mainstream success like the 2002R did, but either way, this shoe takes that bottom tooling or midsole outsole combination of that shoe and adopts it on this model. So jumping into the details of this 1890, the base layer of this shoe is crafted out of a light blue colored mesh. So you can see on the toe box how it has these perforations all across. Overlaid on top of this mesh, we have these TPU layers, which is done primarily in this light blue color, but it has these loud and bold silver color detailing all throughout. Towards the sides, it has this very flowy look to it, but it also incorporates these teardrop shaped overlays along the bottom. Moving downwards on the mid panel, we have a darker blue colored overlay, and on top of this, we have this large New Balance N logo, and this is done in more of a teal color. Covering the top three eyelets, we have more TPU overlays, which gives it more durability. And then covering the heel, we have these synthetic black colored layers with dark gray reflective detailing on top. And then on the lateral side only, here you'll find 1890 branding. In the middle of the heel, we have this square New Balance logo, which is reflective, and then there's another reflective panel right above this. In terms of laces, these only come with one lace option, and they're a rope style lace done in a mix of silver with this lavender or light violet color. They're overlaid on top of this tongue, which features a diamond shaped stitch pattern all throughout. And then on the very top of the tongue, we have this rubber tag with baklava New Balance 1890 branding. The back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in a mesh liner. And then for the insoles, this is your typical foam line insole, and it features baklava and New Balance branding pressed onto the heel. So the upper of this shoe sits atop this midsole, which is crafted primarily out of New Balance's Absorb technology. So the midsole is painted in a darker gray on the top. We have these segmented pods, which is done in more of like an infrared color. And then there's another layer of lighter gray foam underneath this. And then taking a look at the outsole, this is primarily constructed out of black colored rubber. It's heavily segmented, which gives it a lot more flexibility. And then in the middle, here you'll find this TPU shank plate, which is New Balance's stability web technology. And this is there in place to help with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this shoe. And I'm sure most of you are wondering, how do these fit? So for me, I had no idea when I bought these. I took a chance and got these in my true size, which is a size 10. Keep in mind my feet are a little bit on the wider side, but getting these in my true size, it fits me fine width-wise. The length of the shoe left about a thumb's width space between the top of the shoe and the top of my toe. For some people that like a really exact, snug one-to-one fit, that might be a little bit too roomy from a length perspective, but I feel like this is a pretty narrow fitting shoe. I feel like it fits more narrow than a 2002R or a 1906R. So because of that, I feel like going true to size was the right call. To give you guys a point of comparison, I also go true to size or a size 10 in other New Balance silhouettes like the 2002R, 1906R, 860 V2, and made in UK models like the 1500, 991, and 991 V2. Whereas I usually go half size down to a 9.5 in a lot of the made in USA New Balance shoes like most of the 990 series, the 992, and 993. But if I had to compare the fit of this shoe to something, I'd say that it's kind of similar to a 860 V2 in that it's a little bit narrow, but I feel like this model runs a little bit longer from a length perspective. Moving on to the comfort of this shoe. So all in all, I feel like it's pretty comfortable, nothing amazing, but it's something I can definitely see myself wearing for just casual use or just running errands. There's definitely more comfortable New Balance shoes out there. This doesn't have the softest feel underfoot, but it's also at the same time not a brick either. You can definitely feel the compression of the foam underneath your foot, but it just feels a little bit more on the stiff side. But if you're generally a fan of the comfort of made in Asia New Balance shoes, then this will be right up your alley. Again, don't get me wrong, it is comfortable, but it's not gonna be as comfortable as something like a 993 or most of the 990 series. But to be honest, that's a pretty high level to reach. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so this is where the shoe wasn't the best. The material quality was really nothing special. Everything on this pair is all just synthetics, textiles. Nothing about this really screamed premium at all. And I know some people were complaining that it felt kind of cheap with these TPU overlays on top, which I can see why they felt that way. I guess the materials kind of go with the theme of the shoe, with the nickname being Cyborg Tears. It does have more of that techie, futuristic vibe to it, but it is at the expense of material quality. The build quality though I thought was fine, no real issues that I can complain about. So as long as you can get over the high price point with the inferior materials, I think the overall build and end result of this shoe was perfectly fine. So with all that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, I think this is a pretty solid debut for New Balance's latest silhouette, the Absorb 1890. This colorway I think is super clean. It's a really unique look and has that very futuristic vibe to it, which I love, especially when you contrast it to the Hornet Tusk colorway, which I will review later on. The two are so unique and so different from one another. I really love that. My biggest issue with this shoe, like I mentioned, was the material quality. And if I'm nitpicking, I wish that the length of the shoe wasn't nearly as long, and maybe if they had made the toe box width a little bit wider, that would have been the ideal fit. But everyone's feet is gonna be different, like I said, so if a shoe doesn't really fit me perfectly, maybe it'll fit yours perfectly. So leave your thoughts down below and let me know, what do you guys think about this Action Bronson New Balance 1890 in the Cyborg Tears colorway? What are your overall thoughts on this pair and this colorway? Are you a fan of the silhouette? Are you waiting for the bright colorway down the road? Or are you just not feeling this look whatsoever and this will be a pass along with any other future potential colorway that New Balance plans to drop? Either way, leave your comments down below, and if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I'll link my social media accounts down below for you guys to check out and follow. And again, thank you to Capsule for sponsoring today's video. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you all in my next review.